Well, welcome back. I'm excited to bring you this video on the Homeschool Shopping Network, Homeschool Shopping channel, pardon me. So today I have one product to show you, and then I'm going to show you in some of the best language arts books of 2024 going into 2025 that I used and that I think are great, and a couple misses. I know I have hiccups. Well, this is my time to film, so I'm not going to stop. All right, so first the product of the day. This is magnetic chess. So take a look at it. You split these in half, and then everybody puts one down, okay? Now, the goal is to get rid of all your magnetic tiles. But if I put them there and anytime it attaches to any others, I have to pick those up. And so it's whoever gets rid of them first. And you make this little circle here, and there you go. That's magnetic chess. So very simple, very easy. So let me go through some of the products that helped us the most and that some of the homeschool curriculum language arts products that I thought were standouts of this year. Okay, first up, this is what I consider the easiest program to teach kids to read. This is the Craft Right Brain Readers. Take a look at this. This is level 1A. It comes with transparencies I don't have in this book, but they're just a blue and a red. So we're starting off with the basic stories. So take a look at this. Is, a, my, and as long as they can read fat, pat, rat, and sat, this will teach them is, a, and my. It does it using it for mnemonic devices. If you have a special needs child, if you want a simple, or you just want a really simple system to teach them to read, this is it. Is that a snake? And you read this. Is that a snake or is it a worm? Excuse me. A burp is embarrassing. And my. No, my turn. No, my turn. No, my turn. Okay, so once you go through these first three and they have basically memorized these three, which it's not hard with the mnemonic devices, then is, a, my, and we're learning fat, pat, rat, and sat, and they, dun dun dun, can read a story. My rat. Pat is a rat. Pat is my rat. Okay, and then it continues on. So this is, I had them review each story twice. And then the next two words from here, he and on, this will run you about $14. This will run you about $10. So, and they have them all the way up level 1 and level 2, and level 1, A, B, C, D, and level 2. So that to me, definite winner. This to me is a definite winner. However, you have to buy it. Don't buy it used. This is one of the mistakes I made with one of the previous ones. This is 3rd to 5th grade. So let's take a look at it. So swagger is to strut or stride. So I just do a word a day. That's one of my goals for the next little while. Word a day. Word pair, to swagger confidently, to swagger arrogantly, to swagger boisterously, and then we act it out. To strut or stride, they usually have a line from an actual book where it's from, used in 2.7% of stories. They have synonyms, which means the same as strut, stride, parade. All right, so I quite like it. To me, this is Mrs. Wordsmith. Some of the stuff I really love, some of the stuff I don't love that she has, but this I really like. Now, at the end of the video, I have 3 safety books to show you. If you want to watch, you can wait to the end. I have 3 safety books that I think all kids should be exposed to because they teach very good lessons. So this is just this is a hit. This is a plain book. A hit. I split it in half and then have them do copy work. Do basically copy work. It's very basic. I understand that. Also, this was in place of handwriting without tears. I think we'll start those books next, but as you can see, some of us in our classroom are just learning to form words. Now, if your child has dyscalculia, this one child does not, or dysgraphia, you can highlight it and they will be able to write it. You'll know if they have dysgraphia is if it's like all over the place. Like even if there's a line and they still just go like all over. But when you highlight it, they'll write relatively on close. If you have special needs children, one of the ways I teach them so much is that I do the handwriting for them. We don't learn handwriting until later. Okay, reading pathways. This is definitely a winner. You can get it used. This is the 5th edition, but this is to improve reading fluency. So let me just show you. So you can start up here, right? In, kick, 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 kick. And so you can do all that, but then you get down here. Jim hid. Jim hid kits. Jim hid kits wig. Jim hid kits wig in Rick's death. Jim hid kits wigs in Oh, in Rick's dish. Jim hid Kit's wig in Rick's red dish. So by the time they're done here, it's a little more fluent, right? Like Mel's 10 red pets get fed in bed. Just to improve the fluency. What was funny is my youngest, I go, okay. I go, we're going to read through this. And he's completely annoyed that he has to do this. And he's like, Jim. Hid. Kids. I was like, ugh. All right, next up, this is recommended by the College for the Gifted as to whether you do not need this or not. So this is just a reading comprehension program, grades 2 to 3. It says Elementary 1, Jacob's Ladder. It's expensive whether you get it new or used, just a heads up. It's like 25 bucks to get it. And so what it is it's just got, so let's just skip to, it's got a lot of stuff in there that truthfully I didn't read. I did not read it, but so these are the stories under the short stories, the myths and fables that you are going to discuss. So then you're going to read like the ant and the dove, okay, and how the ant saves the dove or something like that. And then what were the over consequences of the dove's actions? And then you're going to do, okay, cause and effect. Oh, wait, I think they start down here. List the events in the order they occur in the story. And then we're going to discuss, like, there were several cause and effect relationships in the fable. Now, before I did this, I did take an example of a cause and effect as well. I just printed off the internet an example of one. So what was the cause and what was the effect? Well, the ant fell in something and therefore distracted something and the effect. So whatever. It doesn't matter, but you get the point. So that's all it is. And then you can keep going if you want to go further. One good turn deserves another as a generalization about the phrasal about this fable, right? Write another generalization. So we didn't exactly get to these. What are good turns that occurred in the fable? So you can do that. And then what are some images you picture when you read the fable? Yes, so I feel like it goes up. So it is good, and it's just higher order thinking, basically about that. So like I would just read it at lunch and then just kind of discuss these things, right? Because we're all sitting down anyway. So this is Jacob's Ladder, reading comprehension. So is it necessary? No, none of these, not all of them are really necessary. Okay, Strong and True. This is Abeka's reading program. This is one of my favorite books because of the morals that it has in here. And no, you do not need so I bought all the books for 4 years, but I also bought, a lot of them come with teacher's manuals, and I did buy one teacher's manual for a book. Like, so each book comes with a teacher's manual, but I'm telling you don't need it. They're books in themselves, but I bought one teacher's manual, and I did think it added something, but it was just not required. And it's 20 bucks a teacher's manual and $14 a book, so I was like, no, that's out, because you don't need them. Now, when you look in here, what they have, this is from Abeka, in case you're wondering. I use a bit from every program. So these are the guide to the story and the character themes, okay? And what's interesting is that it deals with history, a lot of them, and it's just, every book has kind of a theme, but you learn so much through them. So you could start with this, Words to Practice, and then basically they progress. So the first year, like this is 1G, but 1A, B, and C kind of dull because they're just learning to read. But anyway, this one's about sunshine, how the girl is the sunshine. So that's why the sunshine always comes. And then it's got some questions at the end. Sometimes it has some poems. They're very God-centered. So it's like, hey, so the kid's like, if he gets sad or something, he's like, I'm going to pray to God. And you follow the kind of the same family throughout and the same friends throughout the book. But I just think they're great. I think they're great. We read those. And then, so we'll read The Raven and the Robin. The Raven, I think he always finds the sad in the situation. The Robin always finds the good. One of them. I've read these a few times, a couple different kids. Okay, this is from, who is this by? This is, I forget who this is by. Oh, BJU Press. This is by BJU Press. Now take a look at this. This is a winner to me. So this is reading 2B. This is what we're working on now. We did 2A. And then, of course, I have 3B and I have 3A. So this is the first page. So this will always be the title. And then this is like the page that goes along with it. So it's teaching you something, like the setting, when and where a story takes place. Sorry, they're old used books. I bought them used, so sometimes they're, and we do it during breakfast, so sometimes you're gonna see stuff in there. Okay, so The Firekeeper, this is realistic fiction. Think as you read. So when we did 2A, it starts out with the title of the book. Pay attention to the title, pay attention to the authors. So just every story. Let me show you another one. We'll teach you. So the mice. We're talking about a rhyme. A rhyme is a repeated pattern of beats or sounds. Tick tock, choo choo, choo choo, march, 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 march. Okay, so see how, so it's basically teaching you about stories. And it has all different types of stories and poems in here. So I just think they're very good. You can get them used. This is reading to B, but I have the 2A, 2B. I haven't read 3A and 3B yet, but I have them. I bought them used on eBay. I don't know for how much. Now, this is amazing. This one here, I love it. Grammar and punctuation. This is level 1. Take a look at this cover if you're going to buy it, because the other one's a little different. I have a problem with Evan-Moor. Some of their stuff I really like, and some of them I don't, and I'll show you why. This one I really, really, really like. Now, keep in mind that we do a lot of stuff orally, so you're not going to see a lot of handwriting in here unless it's done by me. So, because these are things that you can sit down and just, you know what I mean, decide that, okay, this week, this is what we're going to cover at lunch, you know, and then when they're eating, I'm like, the dog ran. Okay, which one's a sentence? So a sentence is a whole thought. That is rule 1. Not a sentence, and a sentence. And then you flip over to the next page. Is it a sentence? Okay, and make a sentence, and then they can just point. This is rule 2. A sentence begins with a capital letter. The box is red. Jan has a pet cat. This flower is pretty. So that's where they teach you. And then the next page, understand, this is why I do the handwriting. I get what's going on here. No one else would get except the mom. Like the mom who's also the teacher just wouldn't, you wouldn't necessarily understand this. But anyway, so rule 3, a sentence that tells something that needs a period at the end. See the fat cat, the bell rang, 6 children sang a song. Okay, so love this. Love this, love this, love this. A definite winner in my mind. This is not a winner. It's close, but it's not a winner. And the reason is because it makes too many references to school. So like when we're reading through it, a classmate is one of the compound words. Recess, or no, not recess, but recess, discussing about it through here. So that's just the problem I have with this, is that it's not too bad, but some of them, some of Evan-Moor's just have so much reference to school. Like, hey, what did you do with lunch yesterday? Who do you normally eat lunch with at school, and stuff like that. So it's just not, I just don't like it. Hey, what do you carry all your stuff to school in? Like stuff like that. So that, I just don't like it. So for me, it's good, but it's not a super big hit. But I have a couple of vocabulary things I'm so excited to get into, but I'm on a money diet for 3 months. A money diet for 3 months. And if you saw the last video, which I will attach at the end, those are my rules that I'm trying out for 3 months for the homeschool, for my house, regarding screen time, and for my finances, to get them in order, because it's crazy. Okay, now we are at the end. First, I would like to remind you to subscribe, because apparently I never remind anyone to ever subscribe. And I don't care if you subscribe or not, but please do, because that's what I'm supposed to say. All right, let's talk about, these are 3 books that I think I just really think, I'll just show them to you. You decide. Super Duper Safety School. Safety rules for kids and grown-ups. So this is great. So basically you're going through Super Duper Safety School. And so in order to get through it, there's some things you need to learn. The big boss here is going to teach you how to stay safe. So for example, if you get lost, one of the things in here, it says if you are lost, you can go to someone that works there, or you can go to another mom with kids and ask her for help. Go to a mom with kids and ask her for help. So it's just one of the things that are in the Super Duper Safety School, which I think are very good rules. Next is Good Pictures, Bad Pictures Junior. This cannot be bought used. It's hard to find used. And it's basically about, hey, what do you say to your kids when they see a picture that they shouldn't be looking at? And just giving them tools like, hey, we love watching movies, but what happens if you see something that you think you shouldn't see? Like someone without clothes. What are you supposed to, like, what are you supposed to do? And what does private mean? And yeah, and so that's a bad picture. And then you come and tell you, and it tells you what to do when your kids come to you. First of all, don't freak out. Just in case you're wondering, that is a no. And yes, where did you see it? And so anyway, I just think it's a good book to have. Good pictures, bad pictures, right? And this one is Have You Filled Your Bucket Today? This is all about a guide to daily happiness for kids. I have a lot of these due to my youngest. I have a ton of them. So everyone has a bucket. We all walk around with buckets. You can't see it, but it's there. You have a bucket, every family member, everyone, blah, 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 everyone got. When you feel happy and good, your bucket is full. When you feel sad and lonely, your bucket is empty. Okay, so how do you fill up your bucket? Okay, other people can fill up their bucket and you can fill up yours. When you treat others with kindness and respect, you fill their bucket. When you're being helpful, you fill your bucket. Bullying is bucket dipping. That means you're taking from others. When you hurt others, you dip into their bucket and you take away. So I just think, have you filled your bucket today? So to me, it's just a winner. Okay, so anyway, I hope you come back and I hope I see you again for the continuation of curriculum and homeschool curriculum 2023, 2024, 2025 that I think, are the best, in my opinion. It's just one person. And so some of them might work for you. Take care and have a great day. Can you say, please like and subscribe?
Please like.
And hit the bell for notifications.
Hit the bell for notifications.